Yeah.
Hello, everybody. It is me, Darcy. Welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to the podcast, the Unnamed Podcast, where I sit here with this guy for about a time, talking rubbish or whatever else comes to my mind.
Mostly rubbish.
Mostly rubbish. But remember, guys, we're here for a good time. Not a long time, but also kind of a long time. Unless we're not.
We'll figure that out later.
As we often do, why not let's get started with a little bit of channel news. Kris, take it away.
Indeed. So, Monday was Subnautica.
It was Subnautica.
Yes.
I'm back in Subnautica, guys. Actually, really fun Subnautica. I got completely lost and ended up being attacked by a giant ornery fish, as you do. And then I kind of let it into the shallows where it kind of disappeared on me. And I was like, okay, well, that's cool. My submarine's now full of water, which is what you want, really. You know, that way it's the same as the outside.
Exactly. At least you don't need to worry about the difference in pressure.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And, yeah, and then I dropped Johnson just in case that, you know, he was still around. I needed to punch him in the face, as you do. And then I accidentally parked a submarine on top of Johnson because I am bad at parking in 3 dimensions, apparently.
It sounds like it. Holy shit.
Yeah, and then I spent way too long trying to fix my submarine because it was full of holes. And I set the engine on fire twice. So, yeah.
So I'm never, if you ever make a submarine, I'm never getting in it.
That would be wise, yes.
Yeah, never. Never once.
Although, and this will come back later, seaplane. Just remember seaplane.
Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah, so, and then I actually finally did make it to where I wanted to go, and was not attacked by a giant angry fish. I was just attacked by a normal-sized angry fish, who I proceeded to punch into death.
Which is what you gotta do.
That is exactly what I do.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, other than that, you know, I finally got my alien containment tank. So I went and did some base building. I've now got a giant tank in my base, which is cool because I now have an underwater base that's full of air that contains an underwater thing. You know, it's symmetry or something like that.
Close enough.
And and then I spent some time building up my base because I want to have a too high underwater tank that I can stand on top of. Plus, I also just want to build the biggest base possible.
I'm not surprised.
And that's my whole thing.
It'll eventually happen.
Yeah, you've seen my house in Minecraft. Yes.
It's done for now.
It's pretty close, sort of. There's still stuff to
Until you come up with another idea and have to expand.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And that's exactly what's happening to the base of Subnautica. But I think the funny thing is in Subnautica, I have like set goals. It's like these are the things I have to do. But for a lot of it, I'm just kind of sitting there being like, I have no idea how to achieve this goal. Because it's like, you need this material. I'm like, awesome. How do I make that material? And it's like, you don't know. I'm like, excellent. It's like one of those situations. It's one of those situations where I'm literally like, I know exactly what I need. And they're like, cool. I'm like, I just do not know how to get what I need. I know I need it. I just don't know what it is. And
I love that situation in games.
And so, yeah.
Just the best.
But yeah, it was incredibly funny because I'm just like, in the game, I was like, I'm looking for a mountain. Because I was looking for a mountain that leads to these underwater islands. Like, I'm looking for a mountain, and I'm like, that looks like a mountain. As I get near, I'm like, no, that mountain goes out of the water. I'm looking for an underwater mountain. And then I just, like, look down, and there's just big angry fish, like, and I'm just like, oh, he's being weird.
He's coming for me.
Well, that wasn't actually until I was escaping. Because I found a thing, and I'm like, oh, this is the end game thing that I'm nowhere near ready.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I'm like, so I just need to get out of here now, because I am not in where I want to be. Obviously.
Well,
and as I turn around, he's still just like doing his own thing, and then he's just like, wait, you? And I'm like, oh, god damn it.
Nice.
And then, I let him into the shallow water. And then I was just like, ha ha! And then he disappeared. And I was like, but if I see you again in the shallow water, me and Johnson are going to have some words with you. Because I also have a lot of upgrades for Johnson that I have to do now. If you're wondering, Johnson, if you haven't seen it, Johnson is the name of my prawn suit. Full name is Sergeant Johnson.
Yes.
Because it is named after Sergeant Johnson from Halo. Because he is just the baddest motherfucker on the planet.
It's true. It makes sense.
Yep. And so now I have torpedo arms, drill arms, grappling arms. He's got all different arms that I've got to make for him so that I can just outfit him with different arms for different jobs.
Like, how many arms is he going to have?
Well, he can only have 2 arms,
Oh.
but he's got his normal punching hands.
Oh, yeah.
But he can also have drill hands. He can also have grappling hands. He can also have torpedo hands. The only problem with that, all of that, is that, like, especially the torpedo hands, they sound cool, but torpedoes are incredibly expensive and a one-time use type thing.
Yeah, obviously.
And I just don't really feel like they're worth that much. But I'm going to try it, and I'm just going to stand there.
You're going to use it at least once.
Yeah, exactly.
And then you're going to shoot it off into nothingness because you weren't aiming at anything, and then probably not do it again.
Fuck no, I know exactly where one of those big fish are. I'm going to make as many fucking torpedoes as I can for a reasonable price. And then I'm just going to go straight and hard at him. I'm going to be like, hey, bitch, remember torpedoes? No, because you've never fucking met them. But now you have.
God damn it.
Well, the sad thing is that you cannot make explosive torpedoes.
What?
Yeah.
No.
I can make a laser cutter, but I can't make a laser weapon. Because they're like, no, we don't want you to be weaponized. And I'm like, excuse me, game. I'm human. If there's one thing
we do.
If there's one thing I can do, it's fucking make a weapon. I'm like, you allow me to make titanium poles and a survival knife. Take me 5 fucking seconds to make titanium spear.
Exactly.
I'm like, this bullshit is bullshit.
Yeah,
Like, you allow me to make a laser cutter? I'm gonna use that laser cutter on a fish.
Well, yeah, obviously.
Because that fish won't fuck with me anymore.
Well, no, because it'll be in 2 pieces.
Well, it won't be in 2 pieces, but it will be severely burnt.
Well, fair enough.
Because it does take a while for a laser gun to cut through things. But it's like, and it's just like,
I
oh
suppose.
shit, I'm in pain. Things don't like pain. But yeah,
It's true. Well, some things do.
so it's like that's always been my biggest problem with Subnautica is that I understand that they're like, no, we don't want you to fight. We want you to be like, you know, smarter. And it's like, no, I don't think you understand this. Yes, I can avoid animals and, you know, use decoys and all this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to.
No.
I'm going to face my problems face on, and I'm going to beat them with a robot suit.
Yes.
The way God intended.
Exactly.
But yeah, Subnautica, it's coming along. I don't know when we'll be back. We did take a little bit of a hiatus from it. As I said, it's one of those things where at the moment I do have goals. It's just that because they're taking a long time, it's sometimes I'm just like,
Yeah. That makes sense.
Exactly. It does make sense.
Yeah.
Random sounds out of my face do make sense.
Oh, they do all the time. It's what we go by.
Yeah.
They're more accurate to what you're trying to say than what you're actually saying.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I am full of shit.
Yeah.
Moving
At least he
right
knows.
along.
Moving along. So Wednesday, yesterday, because we're doing this a day late, was
Thought I'd
Red
fix
Dead.
that. It was Red Dead. Another Red Dead. We've had a few Red Deads recently because I am in a cowboy mood, and that game is fantastic. So, guys, basically in this episode, if you watched the last one, you realize that I actually made a whole lot of money. Like, a whole lot. I made like $600. Should have made more, but they took some of my money off me, bastards.
Again?
I found $600.
Yeah.
Right? And this was not last episode, but the episode before. I found $600, and it was like, you can have 100 of those dollars. And I'm like, no, give me all 600. I don't think you've seen my spending habits.
You should know.
And so anyway, in this one, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go into town, and I'm going to spend a bit of my money.
Yeah.
So I went into town. Well, I didn't exactly go straight into town. As I was leaving my camp, I got ambushed by some guys. And boy, was I not expecting that, but I am just a dangerous man in that world. And I killed them all and stole their vehicle and then went and sold it. So I had even more money.
Oh, nice. Did you get to keep all of that money?
I did. I got to keep all 40 of the dollars.
Oh, nice.
But then I also managed to sell all of the stuff I was having. So that's why I had $600. Like I sold all of my fencing stuff. And I was like, yes, finally I have so much money.
You finally got onto that guy.
Yes, because that's who I had to sell the caravan, the wagon to.
Yes.
So anyway, so all of that happened. And I'm like, cool. Now I'm going to head back into town. I'm going to buy some stuff.
Oh, yeah, obviously.
And so I finished off the pistol that I had. I made it nice and pretty, so I now have a pretty pistol. I fixed up a few of the guns that I had. Bought myself a pump action shotgun so that I'm just a dangerous man again.
Well, yes.
Couldn't buy any of the pistols I wanted, so I only got really one new gun, which is, it's a thing, but
Yeah.
upgraded some of my gear, got a better holster, got a better belt, got a better bandolier so I can carry more ammo, all the good stuff, all the stuff you want to buy.
Obviously.
Then I went and bought some clothes, and by the time I'd finished my shopping trip, I had $3 to my name. Which is amazing because, old cowboy times, $600 is like you're probably the richest person in town.
Well, true. Yeah. Okay. Fair point.
And I walked into town with $600. I walked out of town with $3, and so I had to go and make more money. So
obviously,
I went and did a mission, and I didn't realize because obviously I've played Red Dead before, right?
Well, yeah,
played it when it first came out. But I didn't realize how early on the Lenny mission happens. And if you know what I'm talking about, you've obviously seen anything about Red Dead 2. But there is a mission where you literally go drinking with Lenny and you just scream Lenny a lot.
Okay.
Because you lose him all the time.
Well, that seems right.
And I did that mission, and I actually thought that mission was a lot later in the game.
Okay.
I thought it was kind of in the second act. If you consider the game being broken into 3 acts or whatever, I thought it was a little bit later, but apparently it was right then. And then they're like, okay, now you got to go rescue this guy, and I don't want to rescue him because he's a dick. So I didn't go rescue him. Instead, I went and robbed some people and made $100 or whatever from robbing them. Which means I managed to get some of the money I spent back. Which means I can probably afford 2 new bits of clothing because the way I spend, no.
You shouldn't be trusted with your own money.
I should.
No.
But I think it's hilariously funny because Red Dead is, as I've said many times, compared to Grand Theft Auto, Red Dead is the superior game. It's just
of course it is.
better. It's better in every way because it's more interactive.
Yeah.
You actually have to go and do stuff. You get there's just so much more interaction with NPCs.
Yeah.
You actually feel like you're living in the world, whereas with Grand Theft Auto, sometimes you just kind of feel like you're on a old school destruction derby road trip.
Yeah, that's about right. Yeah,
and just Red Dead Redemption is so more immersive.
Yeah.
So it's just the money actually feels better because in Grand Theft Auto, it's the money is buy more guns, buy more guns, buy more guns.
Yeah.
But where in this, it's buy a horse, buy guns, buy clothes. And because I'm me and it's how I play every game, it's I gotta make sure my clothes are on point.
Well, yeah, obviously.
And then I did the craziest thing ever because after I bought all these clothes, I didn't even change to make my outfit. I just left on what I was wearing. I'm like, this is okay.
Can I make them all just blue just to know the shit out of you?
No, you can't.
Yeah, I can't do it.
There are blue clothes, but every clothes has every piece of clothing has a few set colors for it and stuff like that.
Okay.
But yeah, so I really love it. I'm actually interested to see how much of Red Dead Redemption 2 goes into Grand Theft Auto 6.
Yeah.
But I also just feel like they're games aimed at different people. Red Dead is a story game. Grand Theft Auto is more or less just a crime game. How many cops can you get to chase you? Is kind of the whole point of Grand Theft Auto. It's what did you do to get all these cops chasing you? Whereas I would love to see it be more immersive like Red Dead 2, but the whole point of Red Dead 2 is you don't want to cause absolute mayhem. Whereas
no, because it makes everything harder.
Yeah, that's part of the fun of Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah,
but I don't know. It'll be interesting to see. But I am excited because if you can get if it's half as immersive as this as Red Dead 2, it will be about 1 billion times better than Grand Theft Auto 5.
Yeah, that seems right.
At least in the single player. The multiplayer still has, we have to see what that's going to be like.
If they even change anything.
They're going to change something, man.
Yeah, but I don't think they're going to make any great amount of change.
I have a terrible, terrible feeling that it is going to pretty much be hey, all that stuff you've done on GTA Online in the past means nothing now. Nothing.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
And whereas I've said it a million times, what I really want to see is just add a new map to it. But,
add a map that you can travel
add the Miami map, and that would be the best way, because then Grand Theft Auto Online actually starts to grow. and become like awesome.
Yeah.
But I don't think that's what they're going to do.
No, of course it's not.
I have a feeling what they're going to do is pretty much just make a new one that's like, hey, yeah, now you're in Miami. I don't know how you would do it though, because like the whole thing with online is the online aspect is like is incredibly fun. It's an incredibly fun thing to play, but I kind of wish they had more like role playing options and stuff on it. Like,
that would be nice.
I know they've changed it a bit, that it's a little bit easier. Like you don't have to be in public servers to do everything that you used to have to do.
Oh yeah.
Which means that
which was the worst.
Yeah, which means you and your friends can get together and just go and do some fun stuff.
Yeah,
without being harassed by, sweaty children online. But yeah. I don't know. I'm hoping Grand Theft Auto 6 has some of the better elements from.
Maybe even put a little bit more, because let's face it, it's empty. 5 is empty.
Oh yeah. And that's the thing. Red Dead Redemption 2 is not empty.
Yeah.
It's not an empty game. You're walking around, people are doing stuff. It is empty in a sense, but it's like that sense is supposed to be empty because it's the West. So when you're in a town, it's not empty. Like there's people doing stuff. You can talk to like nearly every person.
Yeah.
You can just harass them for no goddamn reason. Whereas in Grand Theft Auto, which is mainly a city, it feels empty in the middle of the city.
Oh yeah.
Like because everyone's just doing their own thing, and so I don't know how you would do that.
Well, so even like going into like the somewhat desert area in GTA 5, you expect it to be empty, but it feels emptier again. It feels unnaturally empty.
Well, yeah. I will say this though, because it's something that if you play the story, it's not so bad. There are animals.
Yeah.
The animals actually bring some life to that area, like coyotes and stuff. Online, where there's for some reason they took out the animals.
Yeah, it's weird, but yeah.
It is empty. But as I said, I would really like to see them bring some of the stuff from from Red Dead 2 into Grand Theft Auto 6. I'm sure they will, but at the same time, it's like I don't know how much they will. I'm like, bring lots, leave little.
Yeah. That's
like
right.
What we want is Grand Theft Auto 6 to be Red Dead Redemption 2, but in a modern setting.
Yeah.
I don't want to just be like, hey, customize your gun, choose a paint color. I want it to be like, okay, what color do you want this part, and what color do you want? I want COD customization for my guns.
Yeah.
Paint each an individual part.
Oh yeah.
So stuff like that shouldn't be too hard. I want, I like the idea of eating and drinking. It's annoying sometimes, but like at the same time, it's kind of cool level of immersion.
See, that's something they used to have in there. It wasn't a necessity.
No, they still do. Like, don't get me wrong.
No, but like the eating used to be no, this is actually affecting your character.
Yeah.
It was that was something.
San Andreas.
That I kind of liked that about it, and then it was like you get yourself super fat, and you're like, oh, well, I should probably go work out for a bit.
I would love for them to bring that back. I think that's something that really did hurt the later game, like 5, was that, like, yes, you go to the shops, but it was like you go to clothes shops, gun shops, or the convenience store.
Yeah.
I was like, do what you did in Red Dead, where it's like, bring in actual shops, where it's like, yes, this is this shop, this is that shop, bring in, being able to walk into the police station.
Oh, yeah.
Let us into like 90% of the, not 90% because obviously it's a bigger world, but it'll have more buildings. But something that always makes Grand Theft Auto feel kind of hollow to me is like just how much of it is like,
you can't.
This is just a giant block, and it's like, cool. Why?
Yeah.
Why can't you just like have a little pathway through? And obviously the answer is always world size.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But like there should be some things you can do. And a lot of the online stuff will hopefully translate into that. Like the arcades and all that.
Yeah.
But I just want to see like fast food stores coming back.
Yeah.
I want to see like more shops, especially if like robbing is something you can do.
Well, yeah, you want more shops.
I want to be able to go into like a grocery store and rob it. I want gyms like we had in San Andreas. I want bars and stuff so you can go in and get drunk and fucking.
It'd be weird if this didn't have gyms though.
Because it's Miami.
Yeah,
yeah.
Because it's Miami and it's the whole Miami Beach thing. It's
it was like, how sad was you when you went to Venice Beach? Sorry, Vespucci Beach in 5. And they've got like the gym area where the bros are working out. You can't even pick up a dumbbell and
you can't
weigh on someone.
You can't do anything with it at all. It was very disappointing.
Yeah. Anyway, so hopefully they'll bring some of the immersion back because, like, honestly, with a game as big as Grand Theft Auto 6 is going to be, you want it to be like, if you don't care about this stuff, you're not going to miss it from not doing it. But if you are someone who wants to get immersed in this world, we have that immersion for you. Yes. And that's, I think, what Red Dead Redemption 2 did really well. Yeah,
that's fair.
But yeah, so been playing a lot of that. I'm in a cowboy mood, so that's why I've been playing a lot of it. And
no, fair. Makes sense.
And then obviously, we have coming out tomorrow on Saturday.
Yes.
Minecraft, yes. Which will be part 2 of me and Kris building his KFC.
Part 2 of Darcy building KFC.
Yeah, Kris does fuck all because Kris is useless, but at the same time, it's probably for the best. But yeah, so you guys will get to see.
You had the whole plan in mind and everything like that, and then say, hey, just go dig this hole here. It's like, yeah, cool. I'm waiting. Like, I don't have any of the materials and don't know what the fuck your idea is, other than we're building a KFC.
Yep.
Yeah.
But guys, you can so that'll be part 2 of that. Where I think at the end of part 1, it's like sort of taking shape. You can kind of see the plan.
Yeah.
The husk of the building is there. But by the end of this episode, like it's probably, I'd say, like 98% done. There's still a few finishing touches I want to add to it.
Yeah.
But it is mostly done.
Yeah.
And yeah,
it is functional.
It is functional, definitely, and it actually looks pretty damn good. I'm not gonna, I know we, people like to toot their own horn, but like you see this, and there is no doubt in your mind. Like if you were to drop into our world and just see it, you'd be like, oh, why do you guys have a KFC here? And
then you turn and say, oh, Kris is here.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, so. It started off as a bit of a joke because we always joke about how much Kris loves KFC. That's just what we do.
Yeah.
And then but I'm actually really, really proud at how well it turned out. It could have turned out a lot worse than it did. But as I said, you walk into it right now, you go, this is a KFC.
It's gonna be an old style. We're gonna put a sign up where the cow is and just have it saying Crushes.
Yes.
Yes, because they're gone from KFC now. That was disappointing.
True.
Yeah.
But it's just probably because, they didn't make any real money.
No, they probably did.
But we can definitely do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty straightforward.
That one's coming along quite nicely. You guys will get to see that and you'll be able to,
see what I was doing instead.
Dealing
with llamas.
And like the best part about all of it is now I no longer have to deal with Kris. If he doesn't have food, that's on him. He has a farm, he has a KFC.
Mm-hmm.
It's really on him if he doesn't.
I've never used that farm.
Yeah, I know. You are useless. It's like you'll be like, I'm starving to death, and it's like you do. There's like actual food like right in front of you, and you're like, no, I gotta go find a cow, and then you've killed like everything around the area. So you've got to go wandering for ages.
Yes, I do that.
But yeah, so we knocked that one out, and as I said, like whilst there are probably nicer builds we can do, and make them look like really cool. For me, what I really love about it is like it looks like we've like plucked like a KFC from like the mid 2010s and just like placed it in the world.
Pretty much, yeah.
You know, of course, there's some scale issues. They'd never be that small in real life, but it looks I love the look of it. It just looks perfect for what it is.
Yeah.
But as it said about Minecraft, I might have said this last week in the podcast. I can't remember. But for the moment with Minecraft, we still have the ultimate goal of beating the Ender Dragon.
Yes.
But now we're also going to move on to some of the other stuff I wanted to do in Minecraft. I was going to say we want to do, but Kris is just along for the ride, really.
Pretty much, yeah.
So we're going to take a break from like just doing the episodes where we wander around and look for stuff and try and build stuff. And we're actually going to do some kind of building, some challenges, some kind of fun stuff like that.
Yeah.
So there's going to be kind of a split in the coming couple of months where you might see a build episode where we're building stuff. You might see a normal episode where we're still trying to advance our goals.
Yeah.
Or you might see a challenge episode where there's a premise and we're trying to achieve that. So I have a plan for the next episodes we're going to be doing together, but also obviously there's the Easter challenge that I'm still working on. So
Yeah.
There'll also be videos of me building.
The challenge.
I was gonna call it Bunny Ranch, but then I had thought about like what that kind of implies to anyone our age,
Fair.
which is Playboy.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm like, well, it's not really that. So
It's not, but
it's the exact opposite of that. This is actually a ranch where there are no women.
yes.
It's just a ranch.
Yeah.
So I have no idea what I'm going to call it. Maybe Easter Ranch or something like that. But I've got to get back and finish building that. So there'll be some of that. There'll be some of me and Kris doing stuff, and some of just the normal episodes. But we're kind of at a point now with Minecraft where we are ready to start transitioning from just the building houses and trying to get to the Ender Dragon to actually just, you know, going crazy, making our own builds and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Most of the building for challenges and stuff will obviously be done in creative. We can't help that. Especially the next one that I want to do. That's going to take a long time, not in creative. So we're just doing it in creative.
Yeah.
It'll hopefully be lots of fun. It'll hopefully be very funny. But that one could take a while. But yeah. As we get closer to it, I'll let you guys know what it is. But again, this is something I'm kind of keeping secret because I want it to be a surprise for you guys. I want it to be a surprise for Kris.
Mm-hmm.
And it does promise to be a lot of fun.
Okay.
Other than that,
Rebuild the mansion.
God. God, no. Yeah, other than that, you know, we'll also be like opening things up a little bit more in Minecraft. So you like, if you guys have things you want us to build or like challenges you want us to take on, we can give that a go. Yeah. And also Kris might have some suggestions on stuff he wants to have a go at building or challenges he wants to do depending on what he's seen. So yeah. Minecraft is some things are going to be changing in that, but again, we'll still hopefully be having the Minecraft at the end of every week just as a good kind of finisher. It's just it might not always be exactly the same type of thing.
Yeah. Pretty straightforward.
Yeah. Other than that, guys, shorts are still coming out. I have to start watching videos because I'm out of the current, I say I'm out. I've still got about 3 or 4 days left from the last batch, but now I need to watch more stuff so that I can build more, get more shorts going. But, you know, as always, shorts are a godsend for us. They really, they get a lot of views.
They do.
And so, yeah, that's good fun. Good
Indeed.
fun.
And it was subscriber count 256.
256 was the one I saw, so you know.
Sweet, we're on the same page there too. That's
again
still growing.
We're just gonna keep going. When we do hit that mythic 1,000, we will be waxing Kris's chest. Big old letter K, right there.
Why?
Because we can.
When did I agree to this?
Oh, ages ago.
I don't remember agreeing to it.
Way before the mustache thing.
No, I don't believe I did agree to it.
Yep. And we're just going to get
in there. If you find the evidence of me agreeing to it.
We're going to get in there. We're just going to get there with some wax. We're going to put a big old K on his chest and just... And
I don't like
and
this.
for about 2 weeks, he'll walk around with a funny K on his chest. It's fine. No girls will see it.
Hey, whoa, there's time before we hit 1,000.
It's your hope and naivety that I admire.
I know, right?
Anyway, guys, I think that just about wraps up channel news. So,
I think so.
we're gonna spend the next like half an hour just chatting shit, I suppose.
Yes.
So if you are leaving us now,
thank you.
But if you're not, if you're here to stay for the shit, well, I'm gonna get things started, Chris. I'm gonna get things started by talking about I'm starting sport again.
Oh yes.
Yeah. So it's happening. It was supposed to start on this weekend, but apparently there was too much water, and so
I believe
starting
there's
next
still
weekend.
predictions for storms.
No, but this is fine because it means it's not going to start next weekend, which is better for me because I haven't got my athletics cup yet.
Oh, fair. Yeah, fair point.
So I was going to go play on Saturday and just be like, please don't hit me in the testicles.
You're fair.
But now I don't have to worry about that because it's not happening. It's going to happen next week, and hopefully it will be here by then.
You hope so.
Hopefully. Otherwise, I have to go out there and be like, hey guys, please don't hit me in the testicles.
Otherwise, I'll just ride past and throw a random ball out there and then hope that I hit.
Highly unlikely. But yeah.
Yeah, true. But still.
One of my goals is to get back to catching, but I will definitely not be doing that without a cup.
Oh, yeah. No.
Protect the lads, especially when you're like, hey, pitcher, here they are.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
If you want to get them, now's the chance. They're just out in the open. I have actually, I'm not going to lie. When playing baseball and softball, I have been hit in the dick about 3 times.
Okay, jeez.
Once wearing a cup.
Oh.
Fuck. And I think the other 2 times were in training, and both times they came off my bat directly back into my nuts. And I was like, you're like, are you okay? And I was like, nope. I'm like, why aren't you wearing a cup? It's like, because it's training. I didn't expect this.
Yeah.
I don't train like I play, guys. Come on.
You should be. No.
But yeah, so I'm actually really excited about that. You know, I got my pants, I got my belt, I don't have a shirt, I got my socks, got my cleats.
Very good.
I'm very excited. Hopefully by then I will be completely healed, and doing things like this won't cause pain.
You'd hope so.
Yeah. But yeah, if you're wondering why doing this causes pain, it's because I'm incredibly sunburned on my back at the moment. But only
I know, right?
You bastard. I'm incredibly sunburned in my back. Sort of. It's the patchiest sunburn I've ever had.
Yeah, it's weird.
And I will explain that now. So, last weekend I got invited to go to Keppel Island with some friends of ours, and which I was like, I enjoy doing things. Let's go to Keppel Island. I haven't been there in a while, and last time I was there, I just kind of sat on the beach because it was the middle of winter.
Yeah, no fair.
Well, no, it wasn't that I couldn't go in the water. It was literally like, it was such a nice day in the middle of winter, and all my friends were sending me images of them like down south, because this is when I was living in Sydney.
Oh yeah.
And they're like, one of my friends literally sends me him shoveling snow to get his car out so he can go to work at like 6 in the morning. So I sent him back at lunchtime, me just lying on a beach, getting a nice suntan. So yeah, that was the last time I went there. So I was like, okay, we'll go there again. And so we go there, and like we get there. The worst part about going to Keppel Island is the fact that I had to be up at like 6 in the morning.
Yeah.
We get there, it's like 7, we get on the ferry, we head over there, we get there about like 8 o'clock-ish.
Roughly about, yeah.
And then we got like an hour to sit around and wait before we get a little boat that takes us to a nice little secluded beach.
Yeah.
So we're just chilling, chatting, having a good time. Then we get on our little boat, and it takes us to this beach, right? And like, I had a bit of a sore back at the time, so like I got like smashed by the waves, and it was like boom every time the boat would like drop into the waves. It fucking hurt like hell. I was just...
Yes.
But anyway, so we rock up at this beach, and they're like, okay, some people jump off, load the beach, some people stay on, unload the thing. And so, like, me being a genius, I grab my shoes and just like peg them up the beach.
Yeah.
Like, they're just in there. I'm like, what's the worst case scenario? They get wet. Not an issue.
I'll dry up.
We then get all the stuff off the boat, and the guy on the boat's like, "Oh, this beach isn't great for snorkeling," and that's like the reason we were there. We wanted to go snorkeling, and so he's like, "But there's a beach that's like a half-hour walk." Guys, it's a half-hour walk. Just follow the green poles, and it's like that beach is much better for snorkeling, right? So we like go, okay, rightio.
Yeah, of course.
Half-hour walk. We can do that. We've walked trails before. So we get all the stuff. The boat goes off. We're standing there. We're like, okay, let's go to this other beach.
Yeah.
It was a half-hour walk, 20 minutes roughly, I think is what we measured it to be, or someone in the group measured it that we only took us 20 minutes. But it was like 20 minutes of walking through sand dunes, which sucks. And when we weren't on the burning hot sand, we were under these trees that dropped like little wooden mines. They were just these balls of spike and pain.
Yeah.
Like my feet are still sore from that.
I know the ones. Yeah.
Although it also might have been like, and I'll talk about this in a little bit later, but like the sand was fucking hard as shit as well.
Oh, weird.
Yeah, I'll explain that in a bit. But yeah. So anyway, we walk for so long. It's like the longest. Like I'm like literally sweating. Like I'm seeing drops of sweat fall from my head onto my glasses and roll down and stuff. It was so hot. There was not a cloud in the sky. It was beautiful. I got like so many pictures on the GoPro and some video and stuff. But it was just so hot. We get to the beach. I'm sitting there panting. I'm carrying like 3 liters of alcohol on me, so that's an extra 3 kilos. Fortunately, I didn't have to go out with as much.
True.
But fuck, it was hot. And we get there, and the second we get there, we just like strip down, hit the water. Then we come back up, set up our camp.
Yeah.
And then we just drank and did some snorkeling. But the reason I have such a patchy sunburn is because I tried to apply sunblock when I was super sweaty. And like I'm rubbing it in, being like, is this going in or is this just washing away with the sweat? Well, it turned out some of it was going in and some of it was washing away with the sweat.
It's the way it goes.
Yeah, and then we went snorkeling, and the guy who rented us the snorkel gear was right. The mustache wasn't great for creating a seal.
Of course it's not.
And so occasionally I'd get the seal perfect and there wouldn't be an issue. But like every now and then, also I have long hair, so I'd occasionally get like a strand like in there and I'd just watch water start pouring in. So anyway, we're out on the reef and occasionally I have to like stop. Also, for some reason my goggles were fogging up like super bad really quickly.
Okay.
So I'd wash them out, put them on, go, and then I'd be like, yeah, cool. And then I'd swim like another, and I'm like, either the water is really foggy or my goggles are fogging up. I'm like, I don't know which one it was, so I just kept taking them off and cleaning them and doing that just to see if it was making any effects. Good news was I wasn't attacked by a shark. No one was attacked by a shark.
That's always a positive.
Yep. We saw some parrotfish, but we didn't see any turtles or anything like that.
Fair.
Last time I went snorkeling off Keppel Island, I saw sharks. I saw a really pissed off turtle. Like, he was pissed.
Okay.
Yeah, he was like just sitting there like destroying the reef, and I went, they blame us, and he was just like, no, fuck you. And he's like grabbing the reef, ripping it up, throwing it, and this other turtle's just like, dude, what are you doing? He's like swimming circles around me. He's like, no, fuck this.
Okay. Shit.
But yeah, so anyway, the hard sand, right? We'd walk into the water, and then like because of obviously, I reckon this is probably due to Alfred, the cyclone that hit.
Oh yeah,
But
yeah.
the waves in the sand, you know how usually it's like, yeah, you got little waves, but they were just packed solid. So you'd like stand on a wave ridge and you'd be like, oh, my fucking foot.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, so we spent a couple hours snorkeling at that beach, and then we had to hike back to the other beach to get picked up, which no one was looking forward to.
No, fair.
We got picked up, head back, and then we spent just the rest of the day chilling on one of the closer beaches.
Yeah.
And yeah, we had a really good time. I didn't get anywhere near burnt as badly as I thought I would, because I'm just the palest man ever.
Whereas I always get burned.
Yeah.
Bad.
Other than my back and like the blotchiness there, perfectly fine.
Yeah.
I owe my face a little bit, but you know, that's always going to happen. You're always going to get face burned.
Well, yeah, obviously.
But yeah, it was a really fun time. I enjoyed getting out to the island. Again, I just absolutely hate the ferry trip over there. So I was like to Jordan, hey Jordan, we should get a boat. That way we can come over on our own time.
Yeah.
And I can get up at a reasonable hour, like 8:30.
Yeah, of course.
And then we were talking about it, and then I'm like, hey Jordan, we should get a helicopter.
Okay. Okay.
And then I'm like, hey Jordan, we should get a seaplane.
Yeah. Yeah. May as well.
Yeah, I was like, you get your pilot license, and we'll get a seaplane, and then we'll just fly over here whenever we feel like.
You've got a few hours to get your pilot license. Get going.
Yeah, and yeah, I was a little bit disappointed. It's kind of boring over there when you're not snorkeling or when you don't have your own, like, if we had our own boat and we could just pull up off like one of the beaches we were at and just spend the day at the beach and not have to worry about going back to the main area of the island, I think it would have been a lot better. But like once we were at the main area of the island, it's kind of boring. It's kind of dull.
Oh yeah, there's not much to do there.
And I was like, it's a real disappointment, really, because
And then depending on what time you get there, it's grab a bite to eat while you're there. All depends on what time you get there.
Also,
because they only work for a couple of hours.
It's also
morning,
incredibly
afternoon.
Expensive food there.
Oh, it is.
Anna bought herself a breakfast roll.
Yeah.
It's $20.
Oh, fuck.
Bacon, eggs.
Jesus Christ.
For an extra $2, I managed to get myself a chicken burger with chips for lunch.
Yeah.
But again, like it was just incredibly expensive over there, and we're just like, these are the parts of it that are like, yeah, okay. You can't really complain because you don't have any options once you're over there.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, as I said, like if we had our own boat, with a fridge on it, I'm not talking about a fucking dinghy. I do not want a dinghy.
No, obviously.
I want a nice sized boat that has a fridge, a front cabin area where I can sleep.
Yeah, obviously.
And probably, a spa on the back deck. So let's go get a super yacht.
Oh yeah, 100%.
And then we can go to Keppel whenever we want and have a lovely day.
Exactly.
But yeah, no. We had a lot of fun, but I think the fun, by the time it was the afternoon, we're just like, we want to be home. We don't want to be here anymore. I think about like 3 o'clock, we were like, if we had the option to leave now, we would go now.
Yeah.
But we still had to sit around and wait for another hour.
Yeah, makes sense.
So I think it's something you would enjoy. I personally, it's something I would enjoy a lot more if I could be on my own time there.
Yeah.
But I also think just in general, it's something you would enjoy more if you could come and go as you pleased.
Yeah, no, I can agree to that. Yeah.
The ferry and its timetable are very stifling. They're very stifling. They make you feel like, oh god, gotta do this. Oh god, gotta do that. But yeah. Good day. Very good day.
And you got to book it the ferry beforehand as well. So it's that thing of like the day before, just being like, when am I going to get bored?
Yeah. That was probably the other thing. Like, and I don't know if that's because it's becoming less touristy over there. I know some people might disagree and be like, no, it's more touristy, but no, since they've lost the main resort. Like, the Hideaway is, and always will be a secondary resort over there. It's the only thing there, but it's like, it's not a resort. It's nothing compared to the resort that used to be there.
Oh yeah, no.
Like that place had restaurants and, I remember the bar that was at the the infinity pool on the beach that they used to have there, because I had food there a few times, and it was like, it was like a proper pub, and then they had the club, and they had so much stuff over there, and it's a real shame they just let it all die.
Yeah, because I never went over there when any of that was there. Because my first time going there was last year. So all I got there is like when I got there, I saw the damage to the place that was there. That's it.
No, it was like there were a couple places you could eat, and they all kind of, the pricing was probably very similar.
Yeah.
Might have been a bit cheaper because there was more stuff happening.
Yeah, true.
But there were definitely more options, because as I said, there was like a restaurant, there was like a pub where you could get pub food, and then there was obviously like places where you could get like just other food. They also used to have like pharmacies and stuff on the island. Like there used to be shops on the island, so it's like, hey, I need this, or you can just go and grab it. Stuff like that. And like if you had a prescription, provided you went the day before, you could get it filled on the island.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
So the island used to be a thing. They also had like, I don't know if they're still there because we didn't actually go and check, but there was like a pizza place on the island and everything like that.
I don't recall seeing one. We did some exploration when we got there,
So
but
it
I
used
don't
to
recall
be
seeing one.
it used to be the main resort,
Mm.
which they don't land near anymore. But you used to pull up right in front of the main resort, right?
Yeah.
And they'd go straight up there because that's why everyone was there. Even if you were going to Hideaway, you
Yeah.
still had to kind of be at that one. Then, between Hideaway and the main resort, there was a bunch of like little shops and stuff.
Yeah.
And that's where the pizza place used to be. And I didn't go in there and check, but I doubt it survives. Yeah,
No,
I doubt
I
it.
don't
I
think
doubt
so.
it could survive. COVID definitely couldn't survive COVID.
Oh, hell no.
And I highly, highly doubt it survived after the main resort closed down because
Yeah.
the Hideaway can't handle anywhere near as many people
No.
as the resort used to.
No, nowhere near it.
Because the resort I think it was technically like three different like resort areas because there was the upper mountain, the kind of beachfront, and then there was
Yeah.
like the mid one, the in the middle one.
Yeah, which is all blocked off now anyway, so.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I think it'd be cool to go there and just like rock up there in like proper clothing and shit, and when people go like, "Are you here for the beach?" Be like, "Yes," and then just go exploring the derelict,
Oh,
break
yeah.
some fences down, jump some fences or whatever.
A lot of people do it. Yeah.
But
Yeah, that'd be nice.
yeah, as I said, it's just a shame because it was for a time, and I know there was a few things that they were kind of like, if we can get this, the island might survive, like underwater power,
Yeah.
main water, and all that kind of stuff. Because I'm pretty sure it was living off like water tanks and shit like that.
I believe so, yeah.
But they were like, if we can get those over, which would cost a bit, but
Yeah.
would be worth it.
True.
But the problem is when the new resort wasn't built, because when the old resort closed, they were supposed to build a new resort. That's why they were closing it.
Yeah, yeah.
Like knock it all down, build a new resort, but then they didn't get what they wanted, and they didn't put any money back into it.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of sad. But as I
Yeah.
said, like going there in the heyday when there was shops and like
Oh,
there
it
were,
would've been
there were
nice,
shops,
yeah.
pharmacies, restaurants. There may have even been a Subway over there.
Nice.
It was a real place, lively, and there was stuff to go, and like there was even like a little main beach promenade area where it was like
Yeah.
it felt like walking on the promenade in a beach town.
Yeah.
And to go from that to where we are now, where it's just like it's a beach and there's the Hideaway, which at best is like
I'd say that it
sort
probably...
of a cafe mixed with a general store type thing.
Yeah, and it probably used to get maintained a bit better so you could find pathways better.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because that was one of the issues that I had while I was there.
Wasn't
like,
perfect though.
Where's...
I definitely remember my older sister and her friend getting lost.
Oh,
and
yeah,
then
it's not
coming
hard
back
to-
with like second-degree burns.
Yeah.
They got lost in their bikinis.
Oh, Jesus.
They went to a walk for a beach, and then on their way back, they stepped off the track or something, and then got lost for like 4 hours.
Yeah, so like there was a point where we were going. There was a way that you could get to. It was sort of like a shortcut, but it was a more dangerous track. So we walked through, and I'm like, I'm not going to make her walk up this, so we're going to go around because it's a lot safer to go the other way. But then when we went the other way, it's like, where the hell is the track?
Yeah.
And it's as we were walking back that we were like, oh, there's the sign to tell us where we're going. So you couldn't even see the sign from coming from the beach. You had to walk past, turn around, and be like, oh, there's the sign.
Yeah.
It's like, so we ended up finding it, and then we got to a point of like, is this the track? We're now just walking alongside a small creek.
Yeah.
Turns out it was the track.
But I think that's something that, they did used to keep the tracks a little bit better. Not a lot better. Like, I didn't travel the tracks when it was being run, but like,
Yeah,
it
well,
was a little bit better.
Once you got to a certain point, you could find the tracks pretty easily. There were certain points where it's like questionable as to whether something was a track because it looked more dangerous than going the other way. Turns out it was the track. But definitely on the way back, we ended up at the point where I decided not to go because it was more dangerous. But that's pretty much near the end of the track, so we were like, I didn't even see the turn off onto the safer track. So I'm just like, look, I'm going to go down first and then just make sure the other person could get down safely. Yeah, that was it.
But yeah, as I said, like I don't know, it was just like every time I've gone back there since the main resort closed, I'm just kind of like, this place is really not gonna last much longer.
No, hell no.
And without like
people enjoy the day, but
the thing is like it's going to become one of those things where it's like it is just a day trip location, and that's fine. You can have that, but the thing is like, as I said to you, like there are no amenities there. So
no, there's nothing.
It's like you need water. It's like you've got to bring your own.
Yeah.
And for a day on a sunny, beachy island,
you need a decent amount of water.
Someone's bringing like a fucking
a jug.
10-liter.
Yeah, you need to bring a decent amount of water. Well, I took I think we took like 3 liters with us, and it's like that was not enough.
I took a liter bottle which I drank and then filled and then drank and then filled and then drank. So I drank about 3 liters solo.
Yeah, that's it.
As well as a bunch of alcohol.
Well, obviously.
But yeah, no, that was I don't know. As I said, I enjoyed the day. It was just it was kind of sad to kind of look at it and be like, I remember what this place used to be.
Yeah.
And like I remember like with the group we were with, I'm like, if we'd come to here when it was how it used to be, we would have probably had a lot more fun.
Oh, cool.
Because after doing all the snorkeling, we would have come back to the resort, probably sat in one of the pools.
Yeah, cool.
Drank from the bars and stuff, and
yeah, it would have been a lot better.
Instead, we kind of just sat there in the hideaway place, being like, "Yep." And I know that people might be like, "Oh, why would you want pools when you're on an island and there's a beach right in front of you?" It's like because seawater sucks.
It does.
Like seawater actually sucks, and like depending on the time of year you're there, it can be incredibly gross to go in the sea because you come out covered in crap.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. So
you want to go clean something off your shoe? Yeah, it's not happening.
Yeah.
You're cleaning that off, but more shit's going back on.
Yeah. So, it's nice to sometimes sit by the pool, especially when the old resort was open. And you're staying there, and you could just watch the sunset in the infinity pool over the beach, and you're like, cool. I don't have to worry about anything. I'm not in the ocean.
Also, would have been a lot more shaded areas as well.
Yes.
Because that was the biggest issue we were finding. It's like, hey, let's go sit somewhere in the shade. Fuck, everywhere's taken.
You bring your own shade to Keppel Island.
Pretty much.
Yeah. No, but as I said, it was. I enjoyed it. It was a good time. It was good to hang out with friends.
Yes.
I think it's the biggest thing. Is like it was just a good fun day with friends.
Sounds like it.
But we do need to get that seaplane.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Get a seaplane so we can go whenever we want, and it'll be easy. Or a helicopter. Although, seaplane's better.
Oh yeah, of course. It's more places to land.
Yes. And you can carry more. Helicopters,
Well, yeah,
they're
fair.
iffy. They're iffy, Chris. They're iffy.
Yeah, I understand that.
And boats, well, we had a bit of rough seas on the way back.
Oh yeah, there was
Fucking hilarious. Well, it was smooth as silk as we went out there.
Yeah.
But as we were coming back was when that storm was coming in.
Yep.
So we're getting battered by waves. And I just remember like one of the girls who was like the boat crew, she ended up like sitting on the ground because it was just rocking so much.
Yeah.
So she didn't want to stand and like keep fucking doing the whole leg switching thing.
Yeah.
But there was this little girl who was like sitting across from me, and it was hilarious to watch her face because there was this one point where we got like kind of tilted a bit, and you at one window you could see the ocean, out the other window you could see the sky.
Obviously.
So you're in that kind of situation. But there was this massive wave that hit the side of the boat, and it was just like you could just see water and like thing. And this little girl's in there, and she's like this, and then she just goes, "Fuck no!" And I'm just like, "Oh, little girl, you don't understand anything, but you've seen a wave crash against the side of the boat. It's gone up to the second level, and like people coming in from the second level, absolutely drenched.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and you've just gone, I don't want to be here anymore. And I went, that's relatable.
And then, unfortunately, you don't have a choice anymore.
Exactly.
You are between the two places.
Yes. Yes, you are. But yeah, no, it was hilariously funny, dude. Just like I was watching a few of the people like as they were being like smashed by these massive waves, and I'm like, yeah, I don't really care.
Yeah, no.
I'm like, we either sink or we don't. Those are our options.
Yeah, it's like on our way back when I went last year, a whale was surfacing as we were going over the top of it. So we technically did hit a whale on the way back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was my weekend. It was good fun.
Yeah, sounds like good fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I was at work.
Sounds like good fun.
It was something.
Oh, we have fun here.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, Chris, to quickly talk about something video game related for like the last 6 or 7 minutes.
Yes.
Video games. I was gonna say something, but I couldn't remember what it was now. I have been playing a video game, but I also can't remember what it is.
How the fuck can you not remember what it is?
I don't know.
Is it Witchfire?
No.
Oh. I just saw that was the first thing I saw highlighted from the bottom of that list.
No.
Oh. I don't think it was Unraveled.
No.
No, not Total War.
No, it's
Wasn't
none
it
of that.
Thief Simulator?
I was playing some stuff. Like, I've been playing stuff on the Xbox.
Yeah.
Obviously. Oh, I've been playing the new Madden.
Ah.
That's not exciting for anyone. It's just Madden, but it's new.
Yeah.
Which is I like. I like new stuff.
True.
No, I'm playing baseball.
Yeah.
But a game that I'm really excited about, Chris, is I want to play some Kingdom Come Delivery 2.
Yes.
Deliverance, not delivery.
I
We are
figured.
delivering no Kingdom Come to anyone.
Oh.
But I really want to get that game. I also really want to play Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii.
Oh,
Which
yes.
is the
Yes.
new Yakuza game where you play as Majima.
Yeah.
Play as Majima and you are a pirate and you can sail around and dude, it is stupid. It has so many mini games. It's
Yeah.
It's hilariously funny because it is a spin-off game and no
Yeah.
one should ever think that it's not. But as far as a pirate spin-off game goes, it's probably better than Skull and Bones.
Okay, fair enough. Nice. Nice.
And I don't think it had anywhere near as much money spent on it. Let's have a quick look at that.
Yeah, I think I've seen one thing on it, like one little short clip, but not much.
You should watch some like people's reactions to it.
Yeah.
It's ridiculously funny. What's it called? Pirate
Yakuza is probably just the easiest way to find it.
Yakuza. Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii. Like a Dragon, Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii. Okay.
Yeah.
That's the name. Production cost.
Oh, yes.
How do you spell duction?
You're bad at English.
Who cares if you can spell, man?
Fair point. As long as the word gets across, who cares?
The thing is, spelling is a waste of everyone's time.
Yeah. It gives you some slight differentiation of things, but other than that, yeah. As long as it looks like it sounds, you're fine.
Yeah, exactly. It's called phonetic spelling, my friend.
That's the word I was trying to remember.
But so it's like a $60 game, so it's old pricing.
Okay, yeah, that's good.
Um,
And you can't find the production cost.
no, I can't. But I can guarantee you it did not cost anywhere near as much as Skull and Bones to make.
No, more than likely not.
Which
Doubt
is,
it.
a quadruple A game.
Really true.
But I can almost also guarantee you that it's a far better game to play.
Oh, yeah.
And considering that it's still priced in the old ways, not, the new $120 games, like that game should only be about $80, $90.
Yeah, true.
Definitely something worth picking up and playing.
Yeah.
And, I love the Yakuza games. Technically they're like Dragon games now, but Yakuza are a fun game that I have spent many, many hours playing. I have played one of them.
Yes.
But I've spent many, many hours playing that one game.
Yes.
And I would play it again and go back and play all the others. There's like 12 of them now.
I'm aware. There's not a small number.
God, that's a lot of playing that I'd have to do.
Yeah.
And they are insane. But yeah, no, it's I just find it so fucking funny because it's like
Yeah.
games like that coming out. Kingdom Come Deliverance. I know some people are not happy with parts of Kingdom Come Deliverance too, but I honestly couldn't care because I'm there for the story.
True.
It's crazy how we get some good games, but we also get a bunch of tat, like about.
Oh, a lot, yeah. I haven't really been looking forward to any games recently.
Oh, dude,
I've just been going back and playing a lot of older games.
I read the funniest thing. It was from like Screen Rant or something.
Yeah.
And they were talking about Avowed, and I was just like, are they actually going to talk about this, or are they going to do what like everyone's doing, where it's like, it's a good game, I do not recommend playing it.
Okay.
Yeah, no, that's been happening a lot. Or people are like, yeah, this game is flawed. Thumbs up, play it.
Okay.
Yeah, read the Steam reviews for Avowed. They're
Okay.
pretty funny. But yeah, this Screen Rant was like blah blah something, and then it was like, it mentioned Dragon Age: The Veil Guard.
Okay. Yeah.
And then they like went out of their way to be like, but I haven't played that game yet, so I'm not saying anything bad about it. And I'm like, you can say bad stuff about Dragon Age: The Veil Guard.
Yes.
It is a shit game that no one wants.
It's fair.
But yeah, no, I just found it so fucking funny that like the person writing that went out of their way to be like, oh, I'm not saying that Veil Guard's a bad game. I haven't played it, so I don't have an opinion on it. I'm like, you can say it's bad. Everyone's saying it's bad.
Yeah.
No one.
You literally just used it to basically say how something else was.
Yeah, you used it as a scale, mate.
Yeah, that's the word I was looking for. Jesus Christ.
But yeah, no. So like, yeah, it always shocks me how hard people are going to defend games like Avowed, which, you know, probably isn't a terrible game. Actually, you know what? I'm going to come out and say it's probably just a mid game.
Probably.
It doesn't have enough of the elements that we would expect from a AAA expensive role-playing game.
To be honest, I don't expect much from them these days.
Yeah, I know, but
I
like,
really
you know, when
don't.
you think of like AAA role-playing games, you think of Fallout, you think of Skyrim, you think of, you know, it could not stand with those games.
No.
Those games are just a lot. They have so much more going for them.
A lot less money spent on them.
Yeah. But, you know, like, in terms of, like, if we go back to the old scale of things, if it was like a $40 game, you'd be okay. If it was like a $60 game, you'd be like, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Like, you wouldn't pay $80 for it.
No.
Like, you know how we used to have the scale, $80 top tier game,
Yes.
$60 to $40 low tier game,
Yeah.
$20 and under
Indie game, yeah, for the most part.
Well, you wouldn't,
Or old game.
if it was in that mid tier, you wouldn't be sad buying it from what I've seen.
Yeah.
But you would never put it in the top tier, and I'm pretty sure that's what it's selling for.
Ugh.
We can check. I have Steam open.
You
Let's have a quick look, shall we? To the store.
Yeah. Hey, what's that? What's that on the screen there? Huh? It was just loading.
Yep. Auto sale life.
Ah.
How do you spell avowed? Avow.
ED.
Shouldn't need it. Yeah.
That's $120.
That's a $120
No.
game.
Oh, jeez.
Now let's look at $99.
Right, that's. See, from. I'll have to look into it and see more on it.
Oh, look,
yeah.
I wouldn't say go out and buy it right now. Or
No, I'm not
or
going
you're
to.
an idiot. But I'm just saying, like, in terms of if you're going to spend money, spend it on something good. And I think that's probably the best thing that's kind of happened over the last couple of years is games are now not making back the money in the first week.
No.
Because people are just going out and buying these super expensive games and then being like, wait, they suck after 2 days of play.
Yeah.
People, because everything's so much more money nowadays, and money itself is so much more money. Wait, does that to say what I think it said? That's say what I think it said.
I don't know.
$35.
That's pretty good.
Well, I can get back into my 2K buying habits.
Yes, you can. You can.
Anyway, no. Because games are so much more expensive now, people are actually letting them sit for a couple of weeks, months, and if a game wants to make back the money, it's like, it's got to be a good game. Because otherwise people are like, yeah, don't buy this game, it's shit. And people are like, I haven't bought it yet, thank God.
Yeah,
Whereas back, like, fucking even, what was that stupid one that was really bad? Anthem.
Yeah.
Even Anthem did get significant sales. And it was a bad game.
Yeah. It was.
You know what's so bad about it, Chris?
Most
You went out into the real world and it was like making you part of a team. It's like, I don't want to be part of a team. I just want to be solo. No, you're part of a team. and this is your team, and they're your team, and you love your team, and I'm like, I hate my team. My team sucks.
Yeah.
There's too much tea in this team and not enough meat.
True. Yeah, no, that makes sense. Actually, I did see a game that I have been kind of looking forward to on that list.
Oh.
Which is Split Fiction.
Oh, okay. I was going to say 2K.
No, it was Split Fiction. That looks like it'll be a fun one. Because that goes...
Oh, no. I'd have a look into it. Who's it from?
Same people who did It Takes Two and A Way Out.
Interesting.
Yeah.
But it might be.
It's a co-op game. From everything I've seen and heard on it,
Is it out yet?
Yeah, it's out.
Then go look up what people are saying about it. See if it's any good.
Yeah, from what I've seen, it's like it seems to be quite good. So you know that whole thing where they got a picture with the different games or whatever they're using for the medium, and they've got the metal on fire horse thing to say how good it is, and then all of a sudden at the end it'll just have like a drawn shitty looking horse to be like, first game good, second game good, third game what the fuck did they do? This one's like A Way Out, It Takes Two, and Split Fiction. They're all, really good games from what I can tell.
I know. I'd have to look up people I trust and on their opinions.
Oh yeah.
There's too many people whose opinions are easily swayed these days.
Yeah, I know.
By pretty graphics, and I'm not about it.
You're fair.
I'm not about it. I want good gameplay.
So I do enjoy this style of game every so often because it's a couch co-op, or you can play.
I want to be able to romance that large floating donut.
The large floating donut. Fucking hell.
Not enough games have that. Where's that content, Ubisoft?
Yeah. Like a lot of these games, especially with like It Takes Two, they had a lot of like little mini games in there as well. So it wasn't it's the story. It's like, but so play these mini games on the way.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So it's a bit of fun.
Awesome.
Yeah. But that's all I've really.
Well, there's a game that I want on this that I've been looking for a while.
PUBG Battlegrounds.
Yep, you know it.
I knew it.
That's my game that I've always wanted to play. I've just never really, whatever.
Yeah.
The Witcher 3. Wow.
Oh, there you go. That's the one you've been waiting for.
Been waiting for so long.
Yeah,
Almost here.
It's almost here.
Man,
It's only 10 years old.
Try again. Is it 10 years old?
That's at least 10 years. I thought I read it. Yeah, 2015.
Shit.
It's 10 years old.
Shit. And we're getting Witcher 4 soon, so that'll be good.
That'll be great.
And I'm quietly hoping that Blood of the Dawnwalker is going to be good as well.
Oh, yeah.
God, I need a good vampire game. I want to be a vampire, and I want to be a bad, good vampire.
A bad good one.
I want to be
an anti-hero.
No. I want to be a bad vampire, but it's actually good to be the bad vampire.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Yeah.
I'm so sick and tired of games where it's like, hey, you're a monster. You're a good monster. You're a cuddly monster. You're the best monster.
No.
You only hurt people who deserve to. I want to be the vampire that's like, bitch, I eat people.
Yeah, fair. Give me the choice.
I want a game that does not be like, hey, you can be a bad guy. And then when they're like, your bad guy options are like, you can just be grumpy and moody, but you'll still do the good guy options. It's like, no, I want the option where it's like, remember, bitch, I eat people.
Yeah,
and it's like, and I would love it, and it could possibly happen because it's from the Witcher guys, and the Witcher guys have done this in the Witcher games where people are like, haha, I betrayed you, and you're like, fucker, I'm a Witcher. And you come back and it's like, oh, you killed that monster that we totally, and it's like, yeah, it was like a trap, and they're like, oh, how did that happen? You're like, I'm going to kill you now, and they're like, please don't.
Shit.
And you're like, okay, well, you can pay me a fuck ton of money and run, or I can kill you. Like, so that because The Witcher 3 and the Witcher games did that, I expect that this game will be like, by the way, I'm a vampire. Not one of these games where it's like, you betrayed me. Well, you see, no, it's fine. I forgive you. Off you go. Go live your life. No.
To give me the option to say that to them, and then as they start walking away, they've turned around, you just reach forward and snap.
Oh, well, off you go. Go live your life. Really? Oh, wait, no, that's right. I'm a fucking vampire.
Die, bitch.
I am a fuck mothering vampire. And that's what I want to be able to say when I'm playing this game.
True.
Bitch, I eat people, and I'm a fuck mothering vampire.
Okay, fair point.
If I can do that, then the game has pulled itself up by its bootstraps, and it is a good game.
No, that's fair. No, that could be exciting, and that'll be great.
Something else I should probably go back and play, just because it would probably be fun, is Elden Ring.
Power World.
How I kind of want to play Power World. I'm not gonna
right
lie.
there.
I'm because despite all of the crap that it's gone through legally,
Yeah.
I have heard that it's kind of fun.
Yeah, that's what I've heard as well.
And I'm kind of like, I'm actually for that because it's kind of like the perfect combination of survival plus Pokemon, which is sort of what Arceus was sort of like.
True, yeah.
And I really enjoyed Arceus. I didn't finish it.
No,
Fuck,
same
I
here.
don't even think I got that far into it. I just got up to the part where you're fighting Axe Scyther, but
I can't remember the name of that one.
it's Cleaver.
It is Cleaver. It actually was Cleaver.
But
yes.
yeah, like the whole thing of you can ride a Pokemon. Cool. It's a open world. Awesome.
Yeah.
You go and do crafting and stuff. Sweet.
Yeah.
The fact that there's no like base building and stuff is kind of like, oh, because like Arceus would be great if you could like build yourself a little Pokemon ranch.
That would be
And you
good.
could put all the Pokemons there and be like poke.
Just have sticks there.
But I also love the whole thing of like where a lot of other Pokemon games kind of feel like, oh, cool, you keep your Pokemon on a computer, and this one you're like, you actually keep them on a farm.
Yeah,
And they're just like there walking around. You're like, hey, bitch. Nice.
yeah.
So I really love that.
Just someone
about
walking
Arceus.
past is like, is that a god of time?
Yeah.
yes, it is.
He
Oh,
really
God.
likes the lake. Anyway,
God.
no, but yeah, so like Arceus, I think was probably the best. I haven't actually played Ruby yet. I haven't played it because I have seen some very disappointing things about it.
Ruby?
No, Sapphire. No, not Sapphire.
They're older games, so I'm like wondering what you're
Yes.
talking about.
Violet and Scarlet.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't played
Scarlet
Scarlet.
Violet, yes.
I haven't played Scarlet because I did hear some very, very disappointing things about it.
It's not a lot in the game, to be honest. Like, there's a lot of
That's part of-
Pokemon in there,
That's
but it's
part of
not
the
a...
disappointment of it.
Yeah.
Other disappointment things were like the towns are apparently quite. The graphics are incredibly.
Yeah, I mean, like,
And it has frame rate issues.
Yeah.
And so everything I heard about it was like.
I've
But
played most
Arceus,
of
I
it.
enjoyed Arceus.
Yeah. No, it was a fun one. I didn't...
And I think it's because they did it right, unlike Violet and Scarlet, where they were like, it's just a big open world. This one was, it's a big open area. You still have to transport from area to area so we can make the areas a little bit better.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. That I think works for the game.
I think that's it better.
Yeah.
But as I said, I enjoy Arceus. I might go back and play Arceus.
That's what I keep saying.
I have a lot of Switch games I want to play, but I kind of never put them on the top priority thing.
Yeah, it's
Because I'm always just like, I'll go away on holidays.
take your Switch, but then not use it.
No, I do take my Switch and I'll go away on holidays and play them. And I'll play these games because I'll hook it up to a TV and play. Like when we went to the snow, man, I was when everyone went to bed, I was like, I had my Switch set up in my room and I was like playing video games.
Oh, yeah.
I played it a lot, but like the thing is, it's kind of like I go like that's what I'll do, and I do that. But the thing is, then I come home and I'm like, I should continue playing this game. And I'm like, but then if I finish it, what will I play on my next holiday?
Fair.
Well, I play next time I go away because I kind of.
What are the other
Because
games
actually
you're going
you-
to buy between now and then?
You weren't. I don't really do that many on Switch, but you weren't there on the Sunday when we were in the Gold Coast. But I turned on the TV because I don't know where was Jordan. Jordan might have been asleep.
Might have been.
But Anna was out in the other room
Yeah.
watching TV or sleeping on the couch or talking to Joshua. She was doing something.
Yeah.
And me and Jordan was doing something else. I can't remember what he was doing. He might have been asleep or he might have just been like sitting outside being Jordan. You know what he's like.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so I set up my Switch in the main room and was sitting there playing games on the Switch
Yeah.
until they came back in and I was like, cool, you want to play some pool? And we played some pool.
Oh, well, there you go.
But
That's right. He's figured out how to change that into the pool table.
yeah, but that's what I said. Like that's like I'll do that with my Switch. Like I'll just go away and I'll plug it into a TV and be like, boop, 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 boop.
Yeah. I have left my home where I play games. To go to a new place to play games.
And you know, I've got a funeral coming up soon, which I'm going down south for. So
Well, you'll be playing games there too.
yeah, well, I'll set up myself somewhere and I'll play video games there. And yeah,
Yeah, might as well.
I think we're there for like 4 or 5 days, and it's like cool. Well,
Games it is.
I'm like when I'm not doing stuff, I will be playing video games. That's what I do.
It is indeed what you do.
But yeah,
Yes.
guys,
I think it wraps us up.
I think that does wrap it
Yeah.
up. We've been going for far than long enough,
Yes.
and that is none of those words actually go together.
No, they don't.
But guys, that does in fact wrap us up. If you have enjoyed this episode, consider liking, sharing, commenting, or subscribing if you haven't already. It really does mean a lot to us here. If you want to see more from me and Kris, check out the rest of the channel. We play a whole variety of video games, some of which we talked about today. Hey, wink, wink. And yeah, you can check out those. You can give us suggestions.
Yep.
We aim to please. You know, we want to play a lot of video games. We do play a lot of video games.
Yes.
So if you've got suggestions, we're willing to listen to them. Unless you suggest Fortnite, in which case I'll find you. And it will not be pretty. But guys, until next time, I've been Darcy, here's Kris.
Yes.
And we will catch you next time right here on the channel.
Indeed. See ya.
See you later, guys. Finger guns.
Yeah.
You don't do that.
Yeah.